Welcome back to the channel News Hub. Aditya L1 is a satellite dedicated to the comprehensive study of the Sun, which will find out the unknown facts about the Sun. The satellite will travel on Earth-bound orbits for 16 days, during which it will undergo 5 maneuvers to gain the required speed to reach its destination. Subsequently, Aditya L1 will undergo a trans-Lagrangian 1 insertion maneuver that will take 110 days. The satellite will travel approximately 15 million kilometers to reach the L1 point. Upon arrival at the L1 point, another maneuver binds Aditya L1 to an orbit around L1, a balanced gravitational location between the Earth and the Sun. Major objectives of India's solar mission include the study of the physics of solar corona and its heating mechanism, the solar wind acceleration, coupling and dynamics of the solar atmosphere, solar wind distribution and temperature, and origin of coronal mass ejection and flares and near-Earth space weather. ISRO said Aditya L1 will neither land on the Sun nor approach the Sun any closer. This strategic location will enable Aditya L1 to continuously observe the Sun without being hindered by eclipses, allowing scientists to study solar activities and their impact on space weather in real time. Also, the spacecraft's data will help identify the sequence of processes that lead to solar eruptive events and contribute to a deeper understanding of space weather drivers. Aditya L1 will be placed in a halo orbit around Lagrangian point 1, which is 1.5 million kilometers away from the Earth in the direction of the Sun. It is expected to cover the distance in 4 months' time. It will stay approximately 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth, directed towards the Sun, which is about 1% of the Earth-Sun distance. The Sun is a gained sphere of gas, and Aditya L1 would study the outer atmosphere of the Sun. Meanwhile, after the successful landing of Chandrayaan-3 near the south pole of the Moon, ISRO had launched the country's maiden solar mission Aditya L1 from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota on September 2. It carried 7 different payloads to have a detailed study of the Sun, 4 of which will observe the light from the Sun and the other 3 will measure in-sight parameters of the plasma and magnetic fields. What does Aditya L1 orbit-raising maneuver mean? An orbital maneuver, also called as burn, is a regular protocol during a spaceflight. During this exercise, the orbit of the satellite or spacecraft is increased by using propulsion systems. This process will include rockets firing and also adjustment of angles. To understand the process, take an example of a person on a swing. To make the swing go higher, a pressure is applied when the swing is coming down towards the ground. Similarly, once Aditya L1 will gain enough velocity, it will slingshot around to its intended path towards L1. The next maneuver is scheduled for September 15, 2023 around 2 am IST, ISRO said. Earlier, the second Earth-bound maneuver was successfully performed on September 5th, attaining an orbit of 280 km to 40,225 km, while the first was performed on 3rd September. The third Earth-bound maneuver is performed successfully from ISTRAC, Bengaluru. ISRO's ground stations at Mauritius, Bengaluru, SDSC, SHR, and Port Blair tracked the satellite during this operation. The new orbit attained is 296 km into 7,767 km. Aditya L1, India's first solar mission, has successfully performed the third Earth-bound maneuver. Indian Space Research Organization said on Sunday. The new orbit attained by the satellite is 296 km into 71,767 km. A total of 5 such orbit maneuvering will be performed during the satellite revolution around the Earth, of which 3 have been successfully performed. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe the channel.